On social media, you could get a whole bunch of stuff. You could get a lot of booty pics, you get a lot of comedy, you get this and that. But one thing that's been trending a lot lately is cost of living videos, such as this.
It's no secret that Canadians are feeling stretched.
I stopped going out, and I don't even have Wi-Fi anymore.
I used to live in downtown, so I moved back home.
$41.70.
Between the higher cost of living and higher interest rates meant to wrangle inflation, it appears many Canadians have racked up costly debt.
Half of my paycheck is going into paying off the credit card.
It's just ridiculous. Housing is too expensive, food is too expensive, childcare is too expensive.
Now, a warning from the National Housing Agency. Canadian households have the highest debt levels in the G7. If a recession or other unexpected crisis takes hold, the CMHC says families and the entire economy will be more vulnerable.
If people lose their jobs, they can't service their debt, their mortgage, and that leads to a major problem.
Canada's housing crisis is a central factor here. 3/4 of household debt is tied to mortgages. The CMHC says any attempt to address this looming problem should start with making housing more affordable.
Governments need to get together with the private sector to build more housing, get the supply side of housing working.
Still, it's also a call to Canadians to get their debt levels under control. But it's a difficult task for those who can barely afford the necessities.
If you've renewed your mortgage at any point in the last year, your housing costs are a lot higher, transportation is higher, so it's all of those expenses going up far faster than income.
This bankruptcy advisor says it's been his busiest month in years, a troubling trend that may be tough to turn around.
And there you have it. Even though this is a Canadian video, right? This is happening in North America. People in North America have never been so discouraged about the economy. Rising inflation. Cost of living. Everything is just so expensive. People are just trying to survive. But we are called to do more than just survive. Right? Psalm 37, 18 and 19. Check this verse out. It says, day by day, the Lord takes care of the innocent, and they will receive an inheritance that lasts forever. But check this verse out. They will not be disgraced in hard times. Even in famine, they will have more than enough. You bring that now to 2023. Famine, this kind of looks like a famine. Everybody's struggling. A lot of people are struggling. A lot of people are doing some hard times. But if you trust in God, if you put your finances in God's hands, you will have more than enough. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go from surviving to thriving. Yes, this is the season where we gotta get more than enough. This is the season where, despite what the economy says, despite what's going on in our world, we can still get from surviving to thriving. It is possible. Don't let the economy dictate what God has in store for your life. You know what I mean? We gotta break that surviving mindset. Yeah, you might be in a situation right now where you're just surviving. I can put my hand up for that too. You live in paycheck to paycheck. I can put my hand up for that too. But we gotta break the surviving mindset. And one of those things that you're going to be seeing in these videos is to break the surviving mindset. We can't just be thinking about ourselves and our families. We have to be thinking about giving to those in need. We got to be thinking about giving to those who need more than what we need. You know what I mean? It's not about ourselves. It's about us. It's about loving God and loving people. It can't be about loving God, not loving people. It can't be just about me and mine. It's about loving everyone. So you have to have that giving mindset. That's how you're going to break out of going from surviving to thriving. All right? And one of the main things of doing that is we got to get ourselves out of debt. Now, this video this video is not about getting out of debt. But there are some things that we can do to get ourselves out of debt, starting some things that can maybe bring some more income in. Even though you have a current job, there's some things that we can do to bring some more income in. You know what that is? Do you know what we can do to save some money and actually have extra money right now? We got to break costly habits. Yeah, you heard me. Break costly habits. This is something that I think everybody can look at themselves. Some of you might be doing it already, but some of us can look at ourselves and be like, what can I do? What is a habit that I have that costs money? And can I break it? Can I eliminate it? Can I get some money out of breaking a habit? Well, let's break down what things we can do. And the number one thing I could think of is smoking. Do you smoke cigarettes? Do you smoke a pack a day? And I understand. It is stressful out there. The economy's tough, right? It's hard to stress out money. And you're so stressed out, you just need to go outside and have a puff. You need to have that cigarette. It relieves the stress. However, what if you broke the smoking habit? Okay? On the average in Canada, one pack a day is about $15. That's the average price. I don't know if that's before or after tax. It might be more. In the US, you could break that down. It's probably $11 to $12 a day, right? So you break that down. $15 Canadian for a pack a day. That is $105 a week. That is $420 a month. And in a year, that is $5,040. And I don't even know if I put tax in that. Now, right now, think in your mind, what could you do with $5,000? $5,000. What can you do with $5,000? Boy, I could do a lot. $5,000? Jeez. So when you're thinking, when you're telling your child's like, oh, can we go on vacation? Nah, son. We can't go on vacation anymore. It's just things are tight right now. Things are tight right now. We can't go on vacation this year. Sorry. Well, hey, break the habit. You might have an extra $5,000. How about that? $5,000 can take care of some bills. Anyway, let's move on. So, smoking may not be your habit. What about alcohol? Man, I got a quote up here. Alcohol can cost you a whole heap of money during a year. Man, I'm going to put that totals right up next to me. It's steep. It is steep, man. You know what I mean? So maybe alcohol is something that, you can eliminate. At least reduce, but I say eliminate. But man, no, I need alcohol, man. That's my relief, I need to go to the bar on weekends. I need to, go to the liquor store and get that thing. I need to release some stress because these finances are just stressing me out. Just saying. Costly habits. Well, you know what, man? I don't smoke. I don't really drink that much. I vape. I know vaping is saving money, right? Okay, fine. You vape. Yeah, and you do save some money from smoking. But if you look to the style here, you can spend an average of $200 a month on vaping. 200 times 12 is $2,400 a year. That's still quite a bit of change. What can you do with $2,400? You know what I mean? Anyway, let's get off the drug parts. Let's get off the smoking, the alcohol, and the vaping. Let's make this all around. Takeout. What if you reduce takeout? You know what I mean? And I can go personal with this, right? Because my family and I got a big family of 6, and sometimes on Thursdays we would have takeout Thursday. And the reason why we'd have takeout Thursday because my both my wife and I would be out, and on Thursday throughout the day she's at the office, I'm at work, and sometimes we just we don't want to start cooking really late, right? So we would just get takeout. But then, you know, we just notice sometimes with the takeout, it's just like, oh man, with a family of 6, I could get between, you know, $70 to $90. You know what I mean? So we're like, you know what? Let's take out Thursdays and, you know, just have some food prepared. You know, saving $80 a week. That's like $320 a month right there, right? You know, and not to say, you know, you have the occasional takeout, but you can reduce that budget, right? You could get discount coupons. Like the other day, we went to Osmos, and Osmos had $5 shawarma. You know, they had a $5 shawarma deal when it's regular $12. So, you know, definitely you take advantage of that, right? And another thing, that's on the topic of takeout. Some of y'all like to do the DoorDash and skip the dishes and Uber Eats. Look it up. Check this out, man. Hey, so you're paying for the food, and then you're paying for the delivery fee, and then you're paying for the taxes, and on top of that, I used to do DoorDash, so I know you want to get a tip in there, right? You want to give the delivery driver a tip, because sometimes, you know, just driving around for $5 is not worth it. So you give them a little tip. Man, that $10 meal ends up being something like $20 to $25. So you can reduce a lot with that with reducing food delivery. So that's another thing. And then you know, okay, so you don't do takeout, you don't smoke, you don't alcohol vape or whatever. Some of y'all are sneakerheads, you know what I mean? Some of y'all buying 20 pairs of shoes a year. You know what I mean? Whenever you can, you're just buying shoes. But DA, that's what I love to do. I love shoes. I need to have shoes. The shoes is my thing. It's my hobby. I'm not saying not buy shoes. I said maybe you can reduce the shoes. You know what I mean? Or, you know, purses or whatever it is. Sometimes you guys have sometimes you have an expensive hobby. But in these times when you're complaining about I'm living the paycheck to paycheck, we got to look at some of these things that we can reduce to cut the costs, save some money, have some more money in our wallets, have some more money in our bank accounts. You know what I mean? In these times, and if you want to go from surviving to thriving, these are some of the things that we got to reduce. You know what I mean? Breaking those costly habits. So check this out. I'm gonna be talking more about this stuff. You know, I'm not done. I'm not done with this whole surviving to thriving, because I want everybody watching this video go from surviving to thriving. But there are some steps that we all gotta take in order to get there. Alright? But in the meantime, I want you to like this video. I want you to comment, say, hey, what kind of costly habits are you breaking in order to go from surviving to thriving? Alright? And as always, please subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. God bless.